What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great hump day. It is Wednesday, and we are here live to talk some birds, baby. Went through the initial injury report for the week earlier today. If you missed it, go check it out. But we're here right now to talk about all the damn moves the Eagles have made. Now, some of them were yesterday and today, just all of it combined here. Of course, we talked about Shaq Leonard. Very excited there. We'll talk about him again tonight, but wanted to give you guys the opportunity here live to give me all your questions, any topics you want to throw my way, whatever is on your mind. You want to talk about Zach Ertz. I know there's a lot of comments, and I am getting back to all of you to the best of my ability, but love it as this bad boy continues to grow. You guys just keep chiming in. I love it, man. And that's what this is for. We're here to talk some birds. So I want to hear what you guys have got to say. And, you know, if you're watching this later, feel free to chime right in. You have anything on your mind, I'd love to hear it. But I want to get into this quick. I'll show you all the moves that were made in case you missed all the stuff that went down. And then we'll take a look at the updated Eagles team. And that is with the depth chart and the practice squad here. So I will go through everything here with you, but I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time here. Now, the Sixers are on, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as I possibly can. Got my 76 DX style shirt here on. Look, you got to make sacrifices sometime, but I love you guys. So I'm here to talk some birds with you. Want to hear what you got to say, so let's ride. My man Anton in here. Yo, dude. Close to 3K indeed. I saw that. I was like, holy crap, man. Under 10 away. So I cannot thank all of you enough that are subscribing. If you're a new subscriber, hopefully you're enjoying the content. Would love to hear from you. And I'm always telling you guys, if there's anything I can do to update this thing, obviously need a better damn computer and camera, but we'll get there. Now, content-wise, to try to give you guys the best I can, give you what my sources give me, try to keep you updated with what's actually going down, try to keep people not freaking out all the time about every practice squad move and all the chaos that's going on. But that's why we have these shows here. So you guys can fire away whatever's on your mind. Hope you're doing well, my man. Appreciate you taking the time tonight. And we've got Colin in here. Let's go. Shaq Leonard make on this defense, do you think? Well, I think he makes a huge difference because, well, you saw in this game how terrible our linebacker play was. And obviously they're really good. That's the literal worst team you could go against with linebacker injuries. So you're looking at, Cunningham being out, Dean is on IR. Now you're, putting in Morrow and Christian Elliss. Ben Van Sumer didn't play any defense because he's a special teams guy. So you throw these guys in there and you're going against Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. Look, as much as we can't stand them, they're really good. So worst game you can now have your linebackers for. So what this does is now it gives you a depth piece for right now. He's going to have to learn the system, show that he's up to game speed. He passed his physical. Everything's good to go. And look, man, maybe a new pep in his step now that he's playing for a Super Bowl here, man. Change of scenery. They were treating him like crap over there in Indy. So let's go, baby. I'm pumped up. Now, Zach Cunningham, he was limited today. Go check that injury report out again. But look, I think that, you need all the depth you can get. So people, waive Morrow too. Like, dude, no, we need players. So, look, man, I think he makes a great difference. But let's talk about all the moves that were made, and then I'll jump over to the comments here. Appreciate all of you tuning in, though, but don't want you guys that are tuning in to miss out on this content or have to sit here and listen to me talk forever without getting this information. So we'll go through this, and then I'll get to you guys real quick. But some other news that was put out here today, expected to play. Dallas Goedert, he was a full participant in practice. Oh, hell yes. So, look, this does not mean you can't bring in Ertz because you guys remember what I talked about at the trade deadline. Tight end, too. We need one. We need an F-type tight end, a receiving type tight end. Calcaterra not doing it. Alberto not doing it. Dan Arnold in the offseason not doing it. So need something there. I think it's a perfect match, so I'm all about it. But one of the signings, not Zach, but Shaq, we did get. So obviously, we made a video, talked about that. Very excited. Just mentioned to you how I feel he's going to help out here. And hopefully, starting with Zach Cunningham, maybe not this week, which I don't think so, but by the next week, you hope that, Seahawks game, he is there with Zach Cunningham. And then I feel much better. It helps the run game, helps the pass game. Now, Morrow, maybe he could still play a little bit of defense, just like with Dean when he was here. They used all three of them. So maybe you get a nice helping of all three. But this is just it's a great move because you waive Christian Elliss. A lot of people bummed out about that, but what I was trying to explain to people was, you're going to try to get him right back on the practice squad. I'm sure Brandon Smith or somebody will get cut, and we'll look at this practice squad here in a second, but I'm sure he's coming back, and you can elevate him. With Ben Van Sumeren, he ran out of elevations. That's why he was on the active roster. So you get rid of Elliss, and now he can be that guy that goes to the practice squad. You can elevate him, and look, maybe, Shaq Leonard starts doing really well. Elliss, gets elevated a few games. Maybe Dean surprises us and comes back. And then we're going to hold on to him. It is Christian Elliss that was let go, but he's going to have to go through the waiver process. So if someone does not claim him, I feel he'll be back on the Eagles practice squad. But, someone could definitely claim him, and they could be looking, hey, we want to know what's going on with the Eagles, have somebody from that squad. We'll see what happens there. But also yesterday, in case you missed this, placed on season-ending IR Justin Evans, and we talked about it. He had to be, and it's a perfect way to show you the example of that 21-day window. They have 21 days to practice, and we talked about this with Evans, was excited to get him back as a depth piece here for the safeties. But once all of these things started happening in other areas, it's like, look, the other guys are going to have to step up in the secondary, and, there's going to be some casualties here. And unfortunately, it looked like Justin Evans might not come off of that IR. So the 21-day period was up, and we talked about that yesterday. So he goes on season-ending IR. That was confirmed today. So he'll be out for the season. Very unfortunate, but more Sidney Brown, more Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard. So Evans, was supposed to, be that guy starting with Blankenship. So now that you have Kevin Byard, you really just don't need it. Best of luck to him. We'll see. I highly doubt he comes back next year, but injuries, unfortunate for that young man. Very talented, but quite the injury history. Now, those were the things with the roster you needed to know. Now let's take a look at the practice squad. So last night, you saw Cam Sims was released, and we talked about that one. A lot of people had speculated, and Dominican too. I don't know why people follow those ML, the JPA, MDMA. I'm not even sure what the hell. These people are definitely tripping, but they just make stuff up all the time. And people always come to me, and I'm like, look, man, if it's real, I'll let you know. I'll post something. But look, as I mentioned, then it's probably going to be a minor practice squad move because, well, you release someone from the practice squad. Now, Ertz could definitely be signed to the practice squad at first and be elevated. I don't know that he does that because I think you could just release someone like Calcaterra or Albert O probably, and then put Ertz on the roster if you want. So this release here, it wasn't, anything big coming. And sure enough, it's just Greg Ward coming back. And weird because, the other day they released Greg Ward and brought Cam Sims back. And I talked about it then, and I do this. And if you guys pay attention, you sickos know, I make a joke about it, but this happens every week, man. These guys are going to be on the practice squad, off the practice squad. Someone might pick them up and then they don't come back. But a lot of the time, man, and people get really frustrated with stuff. And it's like, look, it's the practice squad. And each week they're trying to have certain guys, like maybe it's because of injury. Maybe it's because this other team has a certain skill set and you feel like this practice squad guy can help you. Like last week, we needed a big guy to help you with how you can practice. I don't know. I'm just saying that each week it's something different. Well, maybe they didn't like what they saw in the few days he was here. So, someone was saying, oh, he's better than Greg Ward. It's like, look, man, Greg Ward knows the system. He's reliable. I just, I wouldn't get too worked up over stuff like, the practice squad. So is what it is. But those were all of the moves that were made. And I'm going to jump over here to the comments, try to answer them as fast as I possibly can. Say what's up to you guys. And then we're going to look at this practice squad and this depth chart, what this team looks like now, baby. Let's effing go. But I appreciate all of you. Let's get this party started in here. My man, Tim. Yo, hope you're doing well. And but yeah, I saw, but I think that was also from one of those made up accounts. So you really, dude, I don't ever trust those. I don't follow those accounts. They always pop up because people always reshare that stuff. But it's like, I don't know how people still follow those accounts. Like they still just keep making stuff up. And people are like, yep, it's going to be right one of these times. But I'm not saying you are, but it's wild out there, man. I wouldn't be against bringing Zach Ertz back, but I know other teams are interested because they need tight end help. So it is what it is. It's definitely Dallas week, Brian. And You guys can go check out yesterday Behind Enemy Lines, where we talk about everything you need to know for Week 14. The Dallas Cowboys, breaking down everything they've got going on their roster, their stats and standings, everything. And then today we went over the injury report earlier. You'll get to know everything going on with both teams. Tomorrow you'll get the updated injury report with the top 13 matchups for this game. So going to be a barn burner this Sunday. I'll be breaking it down every damn day. Hope to hear from you guys each one of those days, because we all know Dallas sucks, and we just got to keep, talking about it and enjoying it, because it's always a very fun, eventful week for me. And obviously you want to come out victorious, but I'm pumped up, man. Ready to ride. Special teams been great. Yeah, man. You remember at the beginning of the season, it was cut Covey. Everybody wants to cut everybody every week. And it's like, maybe let's just pump the Jets there. And look, I think that the special teams unit had its struggles. Covey was not one of them. And, I think the other areas where Michael Clay and the special teams unit were struggling, they have definitely improved. So I agree with you 100%. I thought that they were really, really doing well the past, a long while, not really just a few weeks, man. It's been a while. So I'm really happy to see it. You want to be kicking ass in all three phases of the game. Unfortunately, these injuries, and I don't want to make excuses, but without Goddard, the week before without Lane Johnson, you see how pivotal these people are to the offense. And, once we get them back, I think we'll start clicking. But the problem has been we haven't got, we weren't clicking fully when, they were healthy. Then we kind of started. Then, Lane goes out, Dallas, and it's like, son of a bitch. The defense, they've been dealing with injuries aplenty. Now, the secondary is finally getting healthy. That linebacking core, man, being so beat up, and the way we played, just the missed. I don't know. It just wasn't Eagles football, man. And those days happen, man. I don't know what it is. They get in their head. But look, I was pissed off watching it, but you got to just hope that they go into practice, they get pissed off, they go into Dallas, whoop some ass. And that's just, for me, it's a week-to-week league, man. And these guys, look, you'll see people jumping right back on board as soon as they start whooping ass. So I'm all about it. And yeah, dude, they're hilarious. That's why I can't watch that stuff. It's too funny to me. Fractured my wrist before. It was a week after I got the cast off. Yeah, well, Dallas, as I said last week to you guys, he's only going to play if he can. And last week he wanted to, but taking her easy. And they talked about, not much of a risk of re-injury. So he'll be playing. He'll be ready to rock and roll. And I am pumped. And they don't know what's going on, Brian, my man. F them. They're haters, right? Let's go, Birds. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're all doing well here. Happy to see you in the chat. Greg Ward, probably 364. Love that, dude. It's pretty wild. But you ever seen how competitive a bird's nest is? Oh, dude, this is the bird's nest to be in, my friend. Put Hurts on the practice rod since married. Yo, China. Appreciate you tuning in. But how ridiculous is this? Dude, David, just look at his middle name and you'll know all you need to know. I can't believe we're doing this out here. They are nuts. I really just, it's cool and all, but every time it's just like I talked about playwright. Yeah, man, people just, they're deep source. Like someone was saying about Shaq Leonard. I was like, yeah, mine had like 5 likes on it. And I literally have a source giving you at people hate that I actually have a source. And it's like, all right, dude, they love these RDT, RVD, MVP accounts with the letters and the NFL logo that make shit up. Dude, it is wild to me. And I don't get it, man. It is nuts that people love that stuff. And then the wives stuff, I see it, dude. I do. And people are like, I heard from my source. I'm like, you mean you saw from, because when people try that stuff with me, someone just did it on Sunday. China, I think you were in the comments there, and they're like, oh, Goddard and Cox are playing. And I was like, dude, don't lie. Like, don't bring misinformation into my channel, dude. Like, I have a real source, and that's not true. Like, I'm telling you. And they're like, oh, actually. And dude, if you're watching, I'll forgive you now, but bro, that is a one and only warning. Like this is the place people come for, and they see stuff like that. Like, dude, I got it. I promise you. I'm on top of everything. That is what this is about. I've got it all. I've got everybody. I've got all the notifications. Yep. Only time I'll be missing out is when I'm here talking to you. But dude, what a wild statement, man. Just idiots. David Carr. Yeah, what an idiot. Do you think it's any real shot our secondary can improve and look better? Oh, definitely. And look, I think our linebackers need to improve a little bit is where the real issue lies. I think the secondary is still getting on the same page. We've only had a couple weeks together here with Roby back, and they like mix Ricks in there. They they're really trying to figure things out. And Byard and Blankenship, only together a couple weeks here too. So let's just be patient, and hopefully they get clicking right in time for the playoffs, right? We got the Cowboys, then we got, the Seahawks, you got Giants, Cardinals, stuff like that. So I think that an easier road, you're always going to have a challenge. Everybody wants to beat us, but hey, man, I'm hopeful for this team. Love the show you create. All you sickos, yo, man. Appreciate you. Let's go, Birds. And speaking of that show I created, let's take a look at what this Eagles team looks like. But I really appreciate that, my man. Glad you enjoy the show. If you guys do, you can do me a favor, hit that like button. Always subscribe if you want to. But let's take a gander now at this practice squad. We talked about Cam Sims being taken off. Now Greg Ward right back. So you see here, we've got a few wide receivers still in Allen, Nada, now Ward. Got a few linemen there in LaRaven Clark, Ross, Pierschbacher, and Lester Smith. Got a tight end in Noah Togiai and running back Lou Nichols there. So that is your offense, 8 players there, and then 8 on defense. You've got a couple interior guys in Booker and Ellis. You've got an edge rusher in Teron Jackson, a linebacker, Brandon Smith, a few corners in Garner Goodrich and Josiah Scott brought back last week, and then safety Tristan McCollum. And we know Josiah Scott, Garner, Goodrich, guys like that, versatile skill sets. They can also help at safety. So that's why, you have versatile pieces. They can help in practice. In case injury, these guys have had to step up. So you're going to see that kind of stuff, and you hope the best for them, hope they develop for the future. But that's it. That's what the practice squad looks like. Now, I'm going to show you the depth chart, but I want to show you the reserves list first here. Anybody in green is new to the roster this season. Here is your IR. So you've got Bradley, you've got Dean. Dean possibly could come back this season. They're talking about Maddox maybe in the playoffs, but Evans, Johnson, McPherson, their seasons are done. Isaiah Rodgers suspended for the season because of gambling, but excited to see that nickel corner and return specialist. So he's not only going to help us in the return game, but I think this dude could push Avonte Maddox, and I love that because I love both of them. I think you could use both of them, so very pumped up to get him next year. But let's take a look, and remember, anybody in green is new to the roster this season. But here is your offense, and look, man, with Dallas Goedert back, I think things are going to go much smoother, and Quez Watkins step back into his starting role, and you had Alameda and Julio behind him. And Julio dealing with a groin, so I'm not sure if that's kind of the reason, but I know a lot of people upset about that. But if Quez, can catch the ball, stretch the field, we talk about that speed, I'm all for it. But you see Covey there on the active roster. We talked about him. But the running backs, people ask me all the time, why are we using Penny? Well, he's the 4th running back, man. You don't see teams really use that 4th back. Maybe in case anybody gets hurt, you'll see him like you have when Scott has been out a couple times. So, look, they just like Scott, Gainwell, and Swift more. And, Swift, I really, a little banged up. He's healthy now. Nothing wrong with him here. Gainwell saw more snaps in that game. But that was just a tough game, man. We got beat up, and you just got to hope you come back swinging. And, run the damn ball is something I can't say enough. So feed him the rock. And, this Dallas team, they're tough. But we're going to break it all down this week. But you see this offense here, this line healthy now. You've got everybody back. I think this offense really starts to get things clicking. And look, it's a really tough Dallas defense, but what better team to do it on? And well, no better time to do it. Sunday Night Football. Let's go, baby. Week 14, we need to get things together after that ass beating, especially. So that's your offense. Now let's take a gander here at the defense. And again, anybody in green new to the team, but you can see I have it listed 12 starters here because I want to show you the 5-man fronts. I want to show you what it looks like with nickel. So you can have Cox and Davis together, Davis and Carter and Cox, whatever, dude. Milton Williams comes in there. He plays a lot too, man. And, we have a great rotation outside and inside on the defensive line. So you see Sweat and Reddick, you got Smith and Graham backing them up. Johnson there, special teamer, but DB going now. Now, look at the linebacker room. They say Howie doesn't do anything here. Well, we drafted Dean, who you just saw on the reserves list. And, we tried with Miles Jack. He retired. We tried these things, but you got Morrow. You got Cunningham. You got Shaq Leonard now. Ben Van Sumer in there. And I like the kid's athleticism. Like that he can help on special teams. And I'm hopeful that Ellis goes unclaimed and we can get him on the practice squad so we can elevate him and have him helping on special teams as well. Be that linebacker depth just in case. But while Shaquille Leonard gets up to speed, I got him here, but I'm hopeful to plug him in there next to Zach Cunningham. And I will be very happy when that happens. But you could see the corners here: Slay, Bradbury, Roby, and then you've got Ricks, Ringo, Job, and Job played a little bit earlier this season, had his struggles, but he's doing fantastic in the special teams department. Been one of the better gunners in the league. And then you see the safeties: Blankenship, Byard, and Sidney Brown. Now, we've been doing well with those three safeties. Didn't really use Sidney Brown much in this past game, and everybody had their struggles in this past game. So we need to get things figured out on offense, defense. I'm not doom and gloom like a lot of people. I actually am very confident that this smack in the mouth is what we needed. So let's go, baby. Only way to go is up. Now, I will never leave out the special team. So here is a gander. Nothing changed there, but you can see what that looks like. And Boston Scott, one kick return on the year. But, I think Covey, he's been phenomenal. So love every second of that. But that is what went down the last couple of days here. That is what your Eagles team looks like right now, roster and the practice squad there. But you guys can continue letting me know how you feel about here. I'm going to pop back over here real quick to the comments. And I love how it just goes to the bottom. And then I got to try to scroll back up and try to find where I was. It's well, this is just fantastic, isn't it? But let me see where it was. My man Joe, I believe this is where we left off, because I remember Brian saying, yeah, but let's go Birds. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. So when we get rid of the rats, exactly. And that's what we were talking about the last couple of days. I don't care, man, that, people want to whine and complain. That's better for me, man. And I do not have time for it. Dude, I'm here to enjoy my Birds. There's things that we've talked about that need to be fixed to do, but cutting everyone, firing everyone in week 14, that's really just asinine, to be honest with you. Shaq and Cunningham could be I definitely think so, man, because you saw Cunningham and Morrow, and everybody, just a week ago, pretty much, best linebacker duo in the game, or Morrow, all pro, people freaking out. And it's dude, he had one game where he had 3 sacks. Let's calm it down. Now it's got him, and it's so funny. But, I think that Shaq is going to be quite the upgrade, a smarter guy. I think, obviously, not the same guy. Somebody's going to say it, but it's yeah, we know that. But have you seen what we got going on here and what just happened to us? So I think the upgrade there, and I'm pumped about it. So I agree with you 100%. Chris, my man, and appreciate you tuning in, dude. This is the coaching of the players or nothing in the secondary. Third and long plays we plain suck at. Well, we just sucked at tackling straight ass. I mean, if you're going to play the defense we play, you have to be able to tackle, and nobody was tackling, just getting manhandled. Not good. And you know it. Run the damn ball. I'll keep saying it until they effing do it. Run the damn ball. It drives me insane. You should see me while I'm watching the game. Losing my mind. Do you think coaching staff favors certain players to our detriment? Not really, man. I think that this team they just have played really effing good teams here. And I think people struggle to realize that we just went through the gauntlet, as they called it, and lost one game here. And, you played 3 games in 13 days. They had 10 days rest. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but they had the refs on their side too. It was definitely an onslaught. And I don't think that's the end of the season. For me, it's okay, well, next time we get our bye, we get some rest. You come to our house again, we're pissed off this time, and we beat your ass. To me, it's every given Sunday, and we have proven we can beat their ass easily. So we came out swinging. If you would have scored some touchdowns in those first couple of drives instead of field goals, completely different game. Obviously, the refs gave him that offsides. Then they gave him that touchdown that hit the touchdown, in the end zone. But bro, what are we supposed to do? It was the first quarter. I mean, you gotta overcome it, and we didn't at all. We got punched in the face, and hopefully we build from it, learn from it. You think the coach staff? Oh, I already read that. I am a drifter. Where are we at here? 6 runs aren't going to get it done. Yeah, I complained about the 9 runs it was, and just unacceptable. Brian Johnson needs to take over play call. Brian Johnson is the play caller. We are sweeping Dallas and blowout. Oh, yeah, we're going to whoop their ass for sure. It's a must win. Every game is a must win for me, my friend. But look, you don't want them to tie the division. I mean, it's not season over, but you want to beat Dallas. You want to you want to go into their house and whoop that ass, right? I just think that we are pissed off, and we need to go show the world, they're frauds. Okay. I love when they sleep on us. I love being the underdog, all about it. And appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate all of you hitting that like button. And I'm very confident. I do not care what the media said. I don't care what those people don't know anything about football. I could care less. People that are jumping ship. Good. I've seen it. I've seen people jumping ship on Hurts. I saw the Howie slander, and it was literally right before the Shaq Leonard news. So I was laughing my ass off. But it's like, holy hell, man. We go from building these people statues. They're all pros. I mean, the guys getting signed on the practice squad. People will pray, oh, they're the best player ever. And then, like, the guys that are our starter, you got to fire ever, cut them. And it's like, dude, very overreactionary. And I don't know how people, again, they follow those weird accounts. Dan Sileo, and those people get them worked up. And it's like, don't let those people do that to you, man. That's their job, to get the clicks, to get people fired up for no reason. And hey, you guys know I'm the counteraction to that. That is what On the Road to Victory is all about. It's educating the masses, man. And it's not about like, I'm just going to be positive. Like, I'm going to find what's positive. We're going to find what's negative. We're going to talk about how we can fix that. And that's what I do each time. And it's weird that the stuff I talk about happens. The shit they talk about, they don't know what they're talking about, right? So it's weird. Look, anything can happen this Sunday. We could definitely, it could go either way. But if this team is who I truly believe it is, they're going to come out here pissed off, and they're going to battle to the death. And I think it's going to be an awesome game. So I'm not saying we're going to like stomp them into the dirt or anything. I think it's going to be a really tough matchup, and I can't wait. Dude, two really good teams. Every team is a bad game. Yeah, man, for sure. They definitely do. People still whining about it on Wednesday. I'm like, dog, I'm on the Dallas week. Let's go. Like, I ain't got time. I know the players don't, but I've already made a few shows about it. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, we're past it. I can't do that to myself anymore when I was younger. And look, it pisses me off, and I got to deal with it all week. I get it, but I move quick, man. Each week, even after a win, we're on to the next one, baby. We're all about making it to that Super Bowl, winning it. That's what matters most. So let's go. Hope Dallas underestimates Leonard in the middle. It goes off. Well, I hope Leonard gets to play. I think that he's one of those pieces, kind of like Roby, where, sure, he only has a few days in the system, but we need him. And I think that now it's not that he has to take over like the green dot or anything. I think maybe you let Cunningham do that, or he's with Morrow. I'm not sure what they would want to do, but I think it's going to take a little bit before Shaq's just, starting right away. But hey, got here early in the week, so maybe he surprises us. I would love it. I would love it. But we'll see how quick he learns the system here. Can't understand the fair weather. Oh, dude, it's hilarious. Someone get this. So someone said to me last night, they're like, I'm so tired of all these losses. And like it went on, and I looked over at Chelsea, and I was like, look at this comment. I was like, just read this comment. I was like, are we serious? Right? All of these losses. I said, dog, it's been 2 losses. And to be honest with you, in the past couple of years, we really, there have been seasons where we've lost like double what we have in the last couple of years. So let's pump the brakes here, man. I think it's hilarious to see people jump at chip. Good. We don't need you. The diehards are right here. You sickos, I know you're riding with me. We're going to the promised land. They will be. Look, bumpy roads to get them to repeat in the Super Bowl dynasty talk, but we'll get them there. I promise you. Watch. Don't know why we didn't run the ball. I don't either. I have no idea at all. They say here, Sands defense. Hey, man, they're stat watchers. They don't know what they're watching. Context matters, man. And I've tried to explain it to them, best in the NFL. So we'll see, man. But let me know how you guys are feeling about this team. You saw the updated look at it. Do you like Shaq Leonard here? I know some people are upset. I don't know why they wouldn't want to upgrade the linebacker room, but man, I'm all about it. And yeah, you want to run the ball. Expect both sides. Yeah, man, for sure. This game just what we needed. Yep, exactly. So I'll get through here. People forgot saying cutting to Kobe Dean. Yep, exactly. That's what I was just mentioning there. It's hilarious to watch people go week to week. This guy's an all-pro. Now you gotta what is going on, Liz? Appreciate you tuning in here. Look, we were supposed to lose 5 out of these gauntlet games. They can't beat anybody. And it's like, all right. We just beat the Dolphins. Then we beat the Cowboys. Then we beat the Chiefs. Then the Bills. And yeah, we lost to the Niners. But it's like, holy shit. Like, we're 10-2, man. And we had a really hard schedule. So, it's wild. Let them... sayonara. But if you guys want to talk about the Birds and Dallas coming up here, let me know. I'm about to roll out here in a minute. But let me see. Do you think Nick Sirianni's falling on the sword, Brian Johnson? No, look, we talked about, I don't understand how the media and people don't understand how this game works. Like, he is the offensive coordinator, Brian Johnson. He calls the plays, but Nick Sirianni is the offensive-minded guy who is literally going nuts every day, every night throughout the week, coming up with a game plan, sitting there with these guys, explaining what the game plan is, creating the script. And Brian Johnson knows what's expected of him, and Nick Sirianni is going to step in, do his thing. So, when people want to point fingers at Brian Johnson, then they want to point at Nick Sirianni, then they want to point at Jalen Hurts. And it's like, man, it's a combination of all of them at times, and, like individual at times. And it's okay, man. We're going to figure things out. But it's so funny to see people get so worked up each week. It's always somebody they got to fire. First try as a defense. Next week, Dallas. That's what I'm all about, baby. Dallas sucks. We're going to be whooping that ass. I really cannot, dude. I can't wait. We need this game. We need this pick me up, right? We needed that Shaq Leonard signing. So exactly. So I'm pumped up for this week. That's why I'm here in it right now. We have been talking about it. Hopefully you guys checked out Behind Enemy Lines with the Cowboys, that injury report. And of course, you're right now seeing all of the moves that the Eagles have made. So keeping you up to date with all of this stuff here and trying to scroll through. Love to see you guys sharing the love down there. Got 2 losses. Yeah, man, they're wild, man. He's only lost 5 games in 2 years, and Hurts, man, to see, and that's a great point, Linda, and I try to bring it up all the time. The people freaking out are very spoiled because, dog, let me tell you, I have seen way worse, way worse. Doyle, my man, let's go. And yeah, we talked about David Duke here earlier, and he is a moron. So, yes, he got waived. We went over all of the moves there earlier. If you guys go through this, check this bad boy out. Let me know. But, yeah, I'm very confident. You guys know me, man. I'm not breaking on this team. And I talked about how horrible that loss was, and maybe that was a punch in the mouth we needed because you got an easier schedule at the end here. You can't be sleeping, can't be, resting everybody through the playoffs. Let's stay healthy, but rest, in the last game, maybe the second to last, in the second half. Let's get things clicking, get on the same page going into the playoffs, whooping some ass. People call the Eagles 223. Yeah, man, it's wild. It really is. We're going to be okay. Yeah, for sure. Look, man, it was just rough. We need to get healthy for sure. That needs to happen. Since the Niners beat us at home, it doesn't matter. So Jalen, because he needs to run, be good. Well, if it were going by the Niners mindset, the 20+ point win doesn't count because our quarterback got hurt at one point. So they make the rules, to the schedule. We'll take one of those. Yeah, man. I thought we've been doing pretty damn well here. This was Nick's offense. Yeah, I don't know who was telling people this wasn't Nick Sirianni's offense, but it is. I mean, this is his offense. People are okay with 3-3 through the gauntlet. Yeah, man, they didn't give us the time of day. You're gonna lose 4. You're gonna lose 4. Like, okay, we lost 1, and they're frauds. We beat the Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Cowboys. Like, okay. Appreciate you, my man. I'm glad you enjoy it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that news there, the update on the roster and practice squad there. And F. Dallas, indeed, my friend. And yeah, that's his middle name, David Ducar. I'm not kidding. You can go look it up. People don't remember the late 80s, early 90s. Well, they must not. But it's like his parent, like his dad went to school with David Duke at the same time, like same college. And just saying, man, seems like there's some motive there. Go Birds, my man Joe. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Oh, my God. Wow. Yeah, man. I remember some tough times. We just talked about those last night. We were going back to Kotite days and things like that. Like, I think that we have some really spoiled new fans now. And it's like, dude, you just don't know how bad we used to have it. And I try to, like I say all the time, just try to enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy this ride because we have a really good team right here. And I think we're going to win the Super Bowl. I think we're building a dynasty. We're going to compete for a long time. Don't jump ship just because the media says to. We've got a very young core. They're still learning, new coordinators, things being implemented, injuries are happening. So you got to understand all of the context. Not saying you guys don't, but you see those people freaking out. And it's like, all right, man, I know you sickos are locked in. I'm going to keep you up to date with everything happening. Practice squad moves. Try to keep everybody in check when they're losing their mind. It's like, all right, man, like I make daily videos for everything so that you know what's going on. And people, I'll get mad. It's like, if you don't want to learn, I don't know what to tell them, but they're going to stay mad, right? We're going to stay glad. That's all I need. But so I was wrong. So that was crazy. No doubt, man. Look, man, you all know I was crazy for liking Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman, and Jalen Hurts. So I think they all understand. Look, man, it is what it is. People are going to hate, dude. It's just why. Before we got Andy, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for keeping it real. Yo, Joe, I'm always going to keep it real. And I know you guys, you depend on that. That's why when that dude tried to post misinformation last week, I was on his ass. Like, look, dude, don't do that. Like, I am literally on top of it. I have a real source here, man. And if I needed the help, I'd let you know. And dude, when I know it's misinformation, that pisses me off. And it's like, bro, I got this. I promise you. Like, I have every notification. My life has been turned upside down because I'm obsessed with the Eagles, but now I'm obsessed with giving you everything you need to know, just like I need to know it. But I try to create art so that you can see what I see, how I see everything and how I view everything and how I'm able to break everything down. And I'll show you the cap stuff once that gets updated. And look, I keep you updated with all the, all season stuff with the cap. You guys are truly sickos, and I love you because I'm a sicko, and I really just thought I was alone in this world till I found you on the road to victory. Boy, it's been a sweet road picking a lot of you up along the way because this has been an awesome, this family has really been growing. You guys, it used to just be nothing but hate, people stopping in. And last year, 2 years ago, Jalen Hurts' mom was like popping in on videos and commenting. I was like, this is so effing awesome because I was the only Eagles content creator that supported him at that time. It was before, we were in the playoffs and everybody started liking him. But I was like, this is so awesome. And people just kept posting negative stuff. I'm like, why are you doing this, dude? Like, this is so cool that she is like commenting on my videos. Like, why do you have to be an asshole, man? And she eventually got rid of social media completely because Eagles fans scared her off of Twitter. I saw that. And then Facebook, I was like, thanks, man. Well, I was already like, well, she already stopped using YouTube. Thanks a lot for that. But she saw all the hatred for that young man. And that sucked, man. But I'm always going to go against the mainstream media, man. I'm always going to be your truth, man. Wherever you need to, okay, is this actually happening? I'm going to go to his channel and see if it's not posted. I mean, I'm either kind of busy and it'll be out shortly, but I'll always post something and then you'll get a video. But bro, a lot of lies out there. The age of misinformation, I call it. Just shut out all the national media and basically all the content creators just don't want to hear the BS. You get straight to the point, no punch pull. Yo, I appreciate that, Jose. I really do, man. And look, I'm an old son of a bitch, man. And, got a life-threatening disease that can kiss my ass. It keeps me on my feet. But, this is what I want to do one day. I want to work for the Eagles. And, we created this and it was first just like a Facebook thing. And then it was Twitter. First it was live videos from my hospital bed. Like, that's how this started. And here we are. Pretty weird. But it's like, dude, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the lies. And there was no content creators. Those people weren't doing this. This was 2017, the Super Bowl year. So when I created this, and we all know I predicted that Super Bowl, got a lot of hate for that one. And look, I was just trying to help people out. And after that, I was like, nah, man, I'm going to keep doing this because clearly these people in the media don't know. And then COVID happened and everyone and their grandma started doing this. And it was like, and I wish I would have started YouTube earlier because, man, I was really behind the boat on that one. And you see all these people with huge followings. And you guys always ask me, I'm like, I don't know why mine doesn't grow. Like, people really don't like the truth. And that's something I had to learn the hard way throughout my life, man. But I know that you sickos do, and that's what I matter. That's what matters to me. Sorry, I can't even talk, but sickos for life, my man. Brian, appreciate you. Seriously, I love all you guys. And I had so much that happened. I've lost 4 of my best friends. I've lost so much in my life. My father, obviously, is one of my biggest stories I tell here. And, I talk about, how great my family is. Chelsea and Dom and even Herschel's little crazy ass. And, I've got great, grandparents and my mom and my siblings. I've got great people. But there was a big chunk missing. And, dude, it was crazy. And, sitting at the bottom, darkest of times, almost dying here. And Eagles, that's what I wanted to talk about. My effing birds. Our effing birds, you sickos. So I know you're sick like me. And that's what it's all about to me, man. Nothing's going to stop me. And, the fact that this started from a hospital bed, like there's nothing that beats that. I love it, man. On the road to victory, baby. That's where we've been from day one. Let's go. So I appreciate you, sickos. I do, man. And always love chatting with you. Glad we got to make a live one here tonight. And thank you, Joe. Really appreciate that, my man. And that is the truth. His mother does drop an Eagles fan. Creator content. Yeah, man. It is. I would never lie to you. She was here a few years ago. She saw me. I was supporting him when nobody else would. And it was pretty cool. It was nice to get thanks for it. And I was like, I'm just trying to help people understand. He can't develop. I was just trying to help him. Whatever. Hey, that's what's up, Joseph. And I was just trying to do my best to get people on board with QB1. And I love to see the praise he gets now, man. It is truly beautiful, but wish they wouldn't have scared off so many of my, like, I brought on his trainer, his chef, and I brought on like every Eagles media, but people didn't like that stuff when I was doing it. And then all these people hijacked that stuff. And then it was like, oh, this is cool now, I guess. And I'm like, well, no doubt. And I always tell people, like, go back to my YouTube, go check out my interviews. Like, if you want to see me with, Derek Gunn, that's one of my favorites. But that was one of my first interviews I ever did. But his trainer from the Bro Barn, the chef, like, dude, that's how you'll get to know Jalen Hurts before it even happened. And I did my best. So that's what's up, Joseph. I believe Leonard is going to help in the pass game because of his arm length. And yeah, I saw Sirianni. He was saying about that today. Look, we talked about that the other day. The dude is what we need here to help in the run and the pass game, all of the above, man. So I'm with you. When I realized I didn't understand the Hurts pick after we played with. Well, look, it was a crazy pick. I mean, nobody can deny that it was like, what the hell? You just paid Carson Wentz. But the thing was, it was like, all right, let's ride. Like right after it was made, I was like, well, let's see what happens here, because we knew Carson Wentz was a bitch, and I got a lot of hate for that. But it was like, dude, the man is broken mentally, physically, and I'm just hearing some things, and I got a lot of slack for that. And then we talked about it could be Doug and Carson, and people were like, yeah, he would never. And then it happened, and it was like, bro, I'm just trying to help. And then it was just pure chaos and hatred, and I was like, dog. I've been on the road to victory, man, just fighting right through it, dude. I don't care. I found you sickos. I told you I would. I'd find the real fans, and that would outweigh all of the hate. And dude, I got to watch us win the Super Bowl when nobody believed me. I got to watch Jalen Hurts develop, but no, you know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day, I get to kick back, but like, well, tried. Gonna be real. Yes, I read that. I am a drifter, and I'm just doing awesome on that half-hour mark, aren't I? But now it's not letting me click on stuff. So that's dwindled, but oh yeah, man, for sure. And we were talking about that earlier, man. Like he's much better than what we have here. Yeah, sure. Maybe he's not the same person, but dude, he is much needed. People really understand the Hurts pick. But as he played out, yeah, man. It was definitely, but that's how we looking ahead. That's how we do this. We talk about looking ahead here. Man, I'm really, really sorry to hear that, Joseph. And as I always say to you guys, I truly mean it, man. Reach out if you ever need anything. And I'm not saying here like, oh, I'm going to be able to help you. I'm just saying, man, like I know when I lost my father, I was in a dark spot already. And then it happened, and it just got darker and worse. And I really suppressed things. Wish I would have talked to people, been open. And I wasn't. So I always just try to extend my hand. I try not to preach and go on about that stuff. I know I don't want to, annoy you guys, but I mean it, man. That is horrible, dude. I'm really, really, truly sorry to hear that. And, if you want to talk about that, I know that's not something you really want to talk about here. So, dude, reach out. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'm really sorry. I hope you and the family are doing well, man. I hate to hear that, man. I really, really would. I'd like you to know I'm here for you. That's what I'll say there, man. But terrible, man. Terrible. Yes, and you all be safe, man. Seriously, tell the ones you got, love them. You love them. I'm gonna get rolling out here. I seriously, I have to get going here. I was supposed to be done at the half-hour mark, but not the pick itself, but just why we picked in the second round. I thought we needed. Yeah, man. They knew what was going on with Wentz. Nobody wanted to believe it, but that's just what it was. But Joseph, man, hope you have a great night. Hope you and the family again are doing well. You'll be in my prayers, sending all the positive vibes I can. Everything, whatever you believe in, man. I appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully give you some kind of escape here, man. That's what this is for me. And look, man, don't say stuff like that to him, man. Like that, what? But yo, man, I appreciate you, dude. And I do my best, from wherever I am. And, there's been times where I've unfortunately ended back there, but I'll continue posting from there too. I do what I can. And yeah, that's that new age linebacker build, Roquan Smith, Fred Warner. So yeah, just, kind of how it is now. Didn't understand firing both. That's what it is. Yeah, that was wild. Like, this is right about deer in headlights. Wentz. Yeah, hey man, people were going nuts on me for that, but wild. And yeah, man, really, really, really don't like to hear that, man. But reach out, dude. Reach out, and I'll keep pumping this stuff out. I know it doesn't make anything better, but sometimes just talking with someone, or doing the things you enjoy or they enjoyed, anything like that. But reach out, man. Would love to have a conversation with you. The rest of you, same goes for you. As I always say, you ever need anything, I am always here for you, whether it's to talk about the birds, life, if you need a friend. We all go through things in life. And, that's why I created this, because some of the other stuff was just making it worse on me. I was just getting angrier, people lying, and it was just making me crazy. So wanted to create a place where we sickos that love our birds can come together. We can be pissed off together. We can enjoy Super Bowls together, talk about the draft, all that stuff, man. So, look, I love you guys. And terrible to hear that, man. Really sorry to hear that. And exactly, this is your family here, man. So, look, reach out, dude. And it's all good, man. But just pump the brakes on telling people how to live their lives, my man, because you don't know what others believe in. But I appreciate you, dude. And I'm glad that this could help a little. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. And look, I love each and every one of you, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, what you believe in. I love you all. That's why I try to say all those things at once, because I don't want you guys. I don't care what you do, man. Be you. Enjoy your life. You got one shot at it, man. So do what you want. Don't let anybody tell you not to be you. But Joseph, I want you to know I'm definitely here for you. So reach out if you need anything. Again, just to talk, anything like that. But same goes to all of you. You can reach out on any of these platforms down here. In the messages, it's all on the road to victory. You can see all of the hashtags, all that stuff there. But yeah, just reach out, my man, and yeah, we'll chat from there. But I love you guys, I really do, and I hate to hear that, man. But you'll definitely be in my prayers tonight, man. And reach out. But you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow with the top 13 matchups. You'll get the updated injury report with that. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!